So we've been having this struggle this Christmas season, trying to pick movies that we haven't seen because we've seen all the good Christmas movies.
I mean, I don't know that that's true. I don't know that I've seen all the good Christmas movies. I know you certainly probably haven't, sitting there watching your stupid action films and whatever. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I track.
So I went out and I watched a film.
Okay.
That I hadn't seen and you hadn't seen so that I could show it to you.
That's why?
Have you seen Red One?
Is that why?
That's why.
That's why you watched it?
That's why I watched it.
I have not seen Red One.
Let's watch Red One. Listen, I think I'm owed an apology by you and Emily Mader, and maybe Pete a little bit too.
Okay.
So snow's falling.
Yep.
So I'm shoveling the laneway, and as I do, I'm getting caught up on my Movie Man podcast episodes that I'm not on.
Do we shit talk you?
Dude, you guys totally crap talked me on one of the Superman episodes.
So?
Oh man!
Do you know?
No, because it was near the end of like the one before the Henry Cavill one.
Okay,
like the fourth one,
Superman Returns.
Yeah,
the fifth one.
Yeah, and you were like, you were talking about how people, comic book fans, getting pissy about things not being accurate.
Right.
Which I will point out
is you.
Henry Cavill is one of those people.
Certainly.
And those people have I won't say right, but they have
an opinion.
An opinion, and it's not necessarily wrong.
No, it's not necessarily right.
The point is, the kind of, if I remember correctly, the conversation where you kind of both kind of throw me under the bus is about Henry Cavill's film.
Okay.
Which I actually really like. Okay. And I don't think breaks comic book canon, except for the bit where he's a little bit mopey or emo at the beginning when he's trying to find himself. I think that's a little bit weird. But I mean, outside of that, I think it's a spectacular film. And
yeah,
Pete's the one that hated the film, not me. He gave it a 4.
Yeah. Well,
I would have gave it like some 7 or 8 or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched it.
So I have 2 remarks.
Anyway.
Remark number 1 would be mopey. I mean, it might not be comic book accurate, but is probably certainly more realistic, like translates into a more grounded, a guy who's extremely isolated.
It doesn't, look, it doesn't break the movie for me.
Hang on. And remark number 2, you and I spend so much of our time in front of these microphones shit-talking Pete, and so there's no apologies will be issued this Christmas.
I think in this case,
I know what you
because
think.
You're wrong.
Well, I know what you think.
The opinion is wrong. If it was right, or if there was some validity to it, then sure.
No, hang on.
By all means. If there are other times you and Pete crap talk me, and I just laugh it off because it's good fun. But in this case, it's wrong.
So if in fact the point that we were making is that it is, because I believe the point we were making is that it's irritating and often uninformed when the Reddit trolls come out of the woodwork and they're just like, well, if it's not exactly what happened on the comic book page, then it shouldn't be on the screen.
Right. And in this case, it was specifically around Superman killing people, I believe.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. And so if the point that we were making is that that's irritating and toxic and often uninformed, then I stand my ground. Then I don't think it was a wrong statement. But anyways, that's...
Agree to disagree.
Okay. Well, then when James Gunn puts Robin in pantyhose...
I will laugh and say that's hilarious.
Right. And that's what you're hoping for? That's what you're hoping for out of the DCU?
That's not going to happen.
No, because comic accurate is not always. Anyways, hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast. That's Carl.
This is Brady.
And Red One.
Red One.
I had seen a trailer for this, so I'm not coming into it completely blind.
That's about all I'd seen before I watched it for the first time.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah. But had not seen it. It only came out last year, right? It's still
It's barely.
I'm not
old.
Behind.
Did you neither? Yeah, I wouldn't say so. But when you saw the trailer for the first time, did it spark your interest?
I think so.
What was your impression of the? Well, this is not a first impression, but a preview first impression.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think when I saw the trailer, which was probably last year, it was probably pre-release, it would have been three things. It would have been, Chris Evans. That's fun. Mm-hmm. J.K. Simmons as Santa. That's fun. And it also would have been, it's another Dwayne Johnson film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is not always necessarily a bad thing. Dwayne Johnson films can be a lot of fun.
Yeah. He's got some bangers. He's got some misses.
But whenever I see Dwayne Johnson's name in the credits, I'm like, so we're not shooting for an Oscar here. We're looking for just an action off the wall zany kind of thing.
Usually, lately, definitely his action films have definitely gotten a little bit more goofy action.
Yeah,
kind of comedy, especially with because his most recent stuff has been
like the Jumanji
and
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. Yeah, kind of less serious.
Yeah, but even when they were serious, like San Andreas, as great of a film as that is, it's pretty Rambo at times. It's pretty.
Yeah, I never saw it.
You haven't seen San Andreas?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Chalk that up. Went up on the list.
Yeah. Consider it listed.
Yeah.
So initial impressions. All right. I'm a little rusty.
I go first.
It's been a bit. No, I know.
You're rusty on doing initial impressions?
Well, I'm just alluding.
You're a little hungover from your trip to Cuba.
I was just living in the fact that I just spent a week in paradise. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. What'd you think of the film?
You know what? I went into this film in my first watch,
which was a couple days ago,
about a week and a half ago, and I was hesitant. I was like, I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be fun so that it's worthwhile showing it,
right?
As a pick for Christmas this year.
Because had you watched it? I assume you and your wife watched it.
Actually, I watched it on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
But had you gone into it so you went into it thinking this is a film that I'm going to show Brady.
Hopefully.
Right. Yeah. So had you gone into it and had come out from watching it and went, oh, this is a 2, you would have looked for something else? I probably would have
looked for something else. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would have found something that would have been at least a 3 or a 4.
At least, not to completely tank this.
That being said, we watched it. It's not a 2 or 3 out of 4 in my mind.
Okay.
In my mind, this movie is freaking amazing.
Okay.
I love almost everything about this film.
All right.
That's my initial impression. All those Christmas notes we talked about, I think it nails, if not everyone, almost everyone. Which we didn't write them down, which we should have. But in my kind of vague recollection of 4 weeks ago when we talked about it.
If only there was a way to go back.
Yeah, back in time and
hear it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
I think this movie hits all of them anyway.
Okay.
It's just it's great. What do you think? What is your initial impression?
I liked it more than I thought I would.
Yeah. Right?
remembering the trailer and kind of going into it with I don't think it's a great trailer.
No, it does not do this movie justice.
No. And so having watched the trailer, my thoughts were it could be fun. Yeah, could be fun. It's I like it better than I thought I was going to, for sure. There's several components of it that I really like, in a way that sort of surprised me. Things that even, like, had you told me going into the film, this is a component, or this is something that's going to happen in the film, I think on paper I would have gone, okay. But I actually ended up really liking some of those things. I do have some criticisms. I think the film's great. I don't think it's freaking amazing, or whatever the t-shirt that that you're wearing about it.
I'm not wearing a t-shirt about it.
Wow. Boxers.
Tricked you. No,
okay. So yeah,
cool. All right, let's break it down.
Okay.
Let's start with some of the characters then.
Okay.
I think that's probably a good place to start.
Sure.
So we'll start with
your game.
We'll start with Dwayne. Dwayne
Yes,
Johnson
Cal.
plays Cal.
Cal Drift.
Cal Drift, the leader of Santa's security force, ELF.
Yes.
Not ELF. The ELF.
Yeah, careful.
The enforcement,
Logistics
and F word. Okay, hang on.
Not financials. Fortification.
Fortification. That's it. Yeah. I knew it was like a protective word.
It was a tactical. Yeah.
So there's like it's like the tactical protective team for Santa,
which is similar to the elves in like the ELVES, or is it ELF?
The ones from
in
the Santa
Claus. Yeah. Now they're small, childlike elves in that.
Yeah.
But similar, they're like militaristic, tactical.
Well, in this one, it's just like a mishmash of what seem to be humans, but not necessarily are, but magical creatures and beings and animals.
Well, we don't see anyone.
Which we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we don't see anyone in this film that fits the childlike elf kind of thing.
No,
everyone that we
the elves
see
are more like Dobby. From like they're small, kind of. Almost all of them were bald, from what I could tell.
But there was also
pointy ears at the side.
There was also a lot of humans, or seeming humans.
No, elves weren't the only ones at the
North Pole. Yeah,
it was a multicultural species endeavor to make Christmas happen.
Yeah. So I don't know what Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I don't know what Cal's character is if he's not human.
He's not human. He says he's not human. He
doesn't say that. He says, "Do I look human?" Right? He says, "What? You're not human?" He's like, "Do I look human?" That's that. He doesn't say I'm not human.
I would take that as he's not human. He's over 300 years old.
He's 500 years old. I took that as a cheeky nod at the fact that he's got 14-inch biceps. Like,
well, I think there's that, but narratively, the movie is telling us he's not human.
Right. Okay.
Right. Like that. I think that's the point of that interaction.
Right.
Right. Don't touch anything. You're human. You're not human. Do I look human? I can touch things.
I wonder if he started human though.
Maybe. Yeah. Like he could have started human and become a magical
Because otherwise,
being
why
somehow.
do you look exactly like it, anyways.
Yeah. So what did you think of Cal as a character in this film?
I mean, it's not a super in-depth role. Right? It's not a super rich character. It's sort of a stereotype for these types of basically this film's got a lot of like Olympus has fallen, but it's not the president, it's Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And so the film's got and in it he plays the Gerard Butler character, right? And so yeah, he's got this sort of 500 years on the job as a military special ops commander.
Yeah.
Who may have a soft side, but we don't let it show. This is a mission. And so he's a fun character. He's a cool character. I think ultimately in this day and age, Dwayne Johnson was probably the right guy for it. Just because, I mean, there's something too funny about sort of just the imagery that Dwayne Johnson is the bodyguard of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But
if you need a big muscly guy who can act pretty well,
but it's just not it's a pretty two-dimensional character.
He's portrayed as a two-dimensional character, but then they give him a struggle and a character arc that has a payoff in the end.
It does, yeah. I hate adults.
I hate what adults have become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Are bitches.
Yeah.
I think he's
yeah. All right. Let's go to the chief among chiefs of this movie, Santa. You can't have a Christmas movie without Santa. Well, not you can, but
I think
can't have a Santa Christmas movie.
I think J.K. Simmons is fantastic as Santa. Yeah. A grievance would be just by the nature of the film, and him being captive and unconscious for most of the film. We get a sinfully small taste.
He's not the primary focus.
No.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
He kind of gets fridged.
Yeah. I would have preferred if he was left conscious and we kept checking back in with him.
Yeah.
And him interacting with the witch.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that would be one of my kind of downfalls. It would have made the movie, I think, a little more interesting or fun. We get a little bit more interaction and history between those two. Well, but I don't think because he's not necessarily the main character, I don't think it detracts horribly from the film.
No, but there's room for
and we get, from what little we do get of him, we get a lot. We get a lot of why is he thin and buff? I burn a lot of calories. Like all the food I eat just turns to muscle because I gotta keep working.
Yeah. One of my gripes about the film would be, well, I'll just say this here because this film is fun and light, not necessarily lighthearted, but light in that it never gets real heavy. There's not many or really any tug at you kind of moments. I think that's a shame. To me, that's a little bit, although the film's a lot of fun, I think that they could have done something truly, like all the components were here to do something truly special and have a couple of really like, wow, this is magical kind of moments. And I think
give me an example.
Well,
so I can follow a little closer.
Well, so an example,
I think I get what you're saying.
An example would be,
I feel like I'm going down
having Nick left, having Red One left conscious, and and him having interactions with the witch, right? And sort of, yeah, being able to talk about her past and why she is the way she is and blah, blah, blah. And some like really incredible, heartfelt wisdom moments or whatever.
That's not what I thought you were talking about, but okay.
Right. So things like that, things like, you know, some heart to heart, a deep conversation in the truck between Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans, where we start to peel back some of Dwayne Johnson's layers a little bit. We start to, we don't really get those types of things.
They start to dig into that, but it quickly jumps to the next
thing. So yeah, I think there'd be room to it's just a different flavor than what I would have ideally preferred.
So the way you set that up, my mind was going, oh, he wants more stakes. He wants something more to be on the line here. But you're not saying you want.
No, I mean Christmas is on the line.
Yeah, you want what you're saying is you want certain characters and certain scenes to be chewed on a little bit more and to go a little deeper.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's ultimately I'm trying to pinpoint it. Like, so take last Christmas, I showed you Violent Night.
Yeah. And
Violent Night had the potential to just be action and blood and gore and chaos and whatever. But they took the time to weave in some real heart into the film, right? Some of the backstory and struggles that Santa's having.
Right.
Some of the falling apart, broken familyness of the rich family who's at this house for Christmas. There's just not really any of that here. And although it's real funny when there's a reaction of like Chris Evans seeing a talking polar bear and a polar bear hugging him and squeezing, that's fun, but ultimately is just also goofy, right? And so I think a little less of the goofy and a little more.
I don't think it's goofy. I think because like it's a serious scene meant to kind of be serious, but the concept ends.
I mean, it's a talking polar bear.
Yeah, it comes off like it's hard to. They play something that's almost impossible to not be goofy. Yeah. They play it off as serious as they possibly can.
Like if we had take the premise of this film on paper, whatever the synopsis, there's a task force, blah, blah, blah. This hacker or whatever, he's like a kind of a digital mercenary, whatever you want to call Chris Evans' character. And Santa's been kidnapped and it's a get him back thing. So if we had taken that and made it feel a little bit more of the seriousness of like an Olympus Has Fallen, but then take the Christmas magic and heart from, say, a Christmas Chronicles and married those two together, to me, I think that would be a more that would fall into the this is a Christmas classic now. This is a film I got to watch every year. Whereas, spoiler alert, I don't think this is.
So I would say Christmas Chronicles being like my
favorite
right now. This doesn't topple that. I think it cracks the top 10, I think.
Okay.
Is really good. But I hear what you're saying about the silliness. and we'll have to come back to characters because we're getting into something else here, which is fine. This is the natural flow of the conversation. But what we're talking about here is the world they've built.
Yeah. No, right? And I love the world they've built.
Essentially, for anyone who's not seen it and you're fine with spoilers, essentially what they've done is they've created
whole premise.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Sucks to be you. Is they've created the magic, the whole world, magic exists. Anything fairy tale you ever heard of is true. And there is a organization, I wrote it down. Mora, which stands for Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority.
Yeah, that.
Essentially, it's MIB.
Yeah.
Right? This organization helps keep secret and keep safe mythological creatures, and
we police and monitor all alien activity on the planet Earth.
Yeah, exactly. But in this case, mythological creatures and yada yada. So that being said, it's hard for a lot of stuff to not be goofy in that case, like a talking polar bear, right? The polar bear looks phenomenal, like a real polar bear. It's just walking upright, wearing clothes, and talks.
We're gonna.
You don't think he looks good?
We're gonna have an.
You don't think he looks great?
I don't think. I think there's. I think there are several moments where the visual effects in this film are a little lackluster. Yeah. There's a moment.
For me, the only part that looks weird is when Cal goes small.
That
looks odd.
There was a moment where I was like, okay, well, they're not like where it didn't bother me because I was like, well, this could all look a little more realistic, but you know what? It is what it is. And they're not necessarily shooting for hyperrealism. So view it for what it is. But then there's the moment where the polar bear is bear hugging Chris Evans from behind. There's like some, not just like, oh, it looks a little funny. There's some, I would happily go back and like pause it, freeze frame it for you. There's some bad green screening. There's like some, that's
a pretty quick moment. So
it's a quick moment, but it's like,
I would trust you on it because small Cal looks off.
This polar bear is lit. This scene, the visual effects are lit in an entirely different lighting environment than what Chris Evans was. Right. And he looks like, it looks like there's a light source on everything in this room except Chris Evans. And he looks SD instead of high 4K or whatever, right? Like it just,
Yeah. I would trust you on that scene for catching that. Because like I said it a couple times, right? Cal looks weird small, but I chalk that up to it's magic.
Yeah,
he still look. It's just
so. I mean, and
what they use for.
I'm wanting to segue into so many things here, so let's get back to characters. Yeah. Okay. Just because
the last character would be Chris Evans' character. Which,
well, sure.
I mean, was Jack.
Many others. There's Krampus.
Well, I mean, I was going to just hit on the three mains, and then if other ones come up, they come up.
Lucy Liu. There's Good Morning,
You want
Charlie.
to hit on all those?
Wow, Charlie's Angel. She's one of the angels. But no. I think Chris Evans. Is great in this. I think Chris Evans falls into the category of actors who are sort of Chris Evans falls in the same category as Daniel Radcliffe. Whereas you think of Chris Evans and immediately, what do you think of? What is he known for?
Well,
he's Captain America, right?
Right.
Same thing with Daniel Radcliffe, right? He's Harry Potter. However, everything that I have seen both of those actors in that are not those things, they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
And this is no different, right? It's just like Knives Out. Chris Evans is phenomenal in Knives Out, and he's great in this.
Right.
And he lets his real accent through in this. He's got that like Boston, or is it Brooklyn? Brooklyn. He's got like a Brooklyn kind of, you know, slang to him.
New York or whatever.
Yeah. And it's great.
Yeah. And I agree with you. Like when you say Chris Evans or you see him on the red carpet, mind first goes to Captain America.
Yeah.
But I see him in this and my mind goes to other role. Like I don't see him as Captain America here. They so perfectly set him up as a bad guy right at the beginning.
A douche.
Like being a dick, stealing a chick's coffee, setting a fire, took
candy from a baby.
Literally stealing candy from a baby.
Which I knew the second I saw the sucker, it like even before in the first interaction, because he leaves the baby and then he goes, does the other stuff, and then he comes back to the baby. Yeah. And I was like, when he walked away from the baby the first time, I was like, oh, I guess I'm wrong. Because the second I saw that kid holding a sucker, I was like, he's taking that sucker.
Yeah, same. I had the same thought. Yeah.
And I'm so glad he does.
I did not see Captain America. I felt Chris Evans portraying a bad guy like he has in other films. And
I mean, I think
like Scott Pilgrim or what was the one where he plays a hitman or not a hit? He's like on a hitman team.
Oh yeah. I know.
There's a scene there's a scene where he's like walking into the lobby pretending to be a delivery guy.
And I agree.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying
he shakes that Captain America persona very quickly in this film, and it does not become a problematic typecast.
I agree entirely. I'm not saying that when I see them, that's all I can see. What I'm saying is if I say, oh, Chris Evans, the first thing that pops into your mind is Captain America.
Right.
And I think two things help in that you don't see Captain America when you watch Chris Evans on screen in other films. And the two things are that Captain America is such a specific and exaggerated and extreme character. Right? It's a very Dudley Do-Right, very Boy Scout America, very, you know, at least in the earlier films.
Well,
he evolves.
A little misunderstood that people like he kills people, but he's a military officer.
Yes.
He shoots people, he throws his shield full power at normal human beings, it hits them in the head, they're dead.
Yes. But also don't swear. Don't swear on the comms. Yeah. Right? Language.
Yeah. Killing bad guys is okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it, is that it's like, you know, unless he's putting on that Captain America, you know, I'm Steve Rogers.
If he's not putting on the pants and Captain America is
and the other thing
America's ass.
And the other thing is that unlike Dwayne Johnson or Arnold Schwarzenegger or trying to think of another example of an actor that it may be Tom Holland, although Tom Holland was never as big as, like, physically as big as some of the others. Chris Evans clearly, and he still looks great, but Chris Evans clearly was like, well, if I'm not playing Captain America,
I don't have to bulk up.
I don't have to be in the gym.
Yeah.
Right? He looks great. He's in great shape.
Yeah.
But he's not.
He could very well be in a lot better shape than we know because he's wearing jeans, a shirt, and a jacket. Oh, the whole time.
But I mean, he's.
I hear what you're saying.
You watch interviews with him, and he's smaller.
Yeah.
Right? He's just not as.
He's purposely not bulked up.
Yeah.
But
he might be. Rumor has it he's probably been bulking.
Back in the gym.
He's probably been bulking.
Eating 4 chickens a day.
Well, there's a rumor going around that that is it Endgame or Secret what? I don't know. That there might be a big Victor Von Doom, Steve Rogers
coming back.
showdown. I mean,
picking up that shield.
Who was
again.
it? I can't remember if it was you. No, it was Brienne. I was talking to Brienne the other day. Sorry, this is a small tangent, but it's a good.
Fine.
It's a good one.
We're already on a tangent.
We're talking about Secret Wars because, we were talking about Doomsday, and I have a theory. So the Russo brothers, who directed Infinity War and Endgame and blah blah blah, they're notorious for releasing cryptic images behind the scenes or a set photo where there's no casts in it, there's no whatever, but it's just a shot, maybe a black and white shot or whatever, and you're
a shot of a set.
Yep, and you're supposed to look deep and put your conspiracy hat on, because there is a secret reveal.
The first letter and all those words on the set spell captain.
Or something like that, right? They did it with Endgame. They did it with... And so a couple weeks ago, they released an image, and instantly all of the online rumors started flying. The one that I read like dozens... The one that I read that I think has the most credibility to it, I'll show you the image after, is the beams on the back. It's like it's like the volume stage or something. And right, like the LED wall that they shot like Mandalorian and stuff with. Right. And you're seeing it from behind. So it's all these like structures and trussing and whatever. And it's a black and white image, and it's not fully lit. There's like a spotlight or two, so half the image is in shadow. But very clearly on the back of this structure, there's a section that is lit where it looks not even like you have to kind of squint and see it. From the angle this picture is taken, the trussing definitely forms 3As. And so there's a rumor right now that's like, holy shit, we're going to get an announcement that they're doing 3. That it's not just going to be Doomsday and Secret
Avengers
Wars,
films.
that there's going to be, either another one before Secret Wars or one right after, whatever it is. Right. But so anyways, Brianna and I were talking about Secret Wars because she's like, a lot of people are going to be in this Doomsday one, right? And I was like, yeah, but there's going to be a lot more in Secret Wars. And she's like, well, like why? Who's going to be in Secret Wars? And I was like,
everybody.
And she's like everybody, like, what do you mean? And I said, everyone. She says, everyone who's like still alive in the MCU. And I said, no, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's like, everyone that's ever been in the MCU. And I said, no, everyone. And she's like, so like they'll pull in Marvel characters for kind of like what they did with Toby and Andrew. Like they'll pull some more of those
whatever they can get.
And I said, no. Everyone. She's like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, if Clint Eastwood shows up as Dirty Harry in Secret Wars, none of us are going to be... Anyone who's ever... Harry Potter... Mickey Mouse is going to be in Secret Wars.
I wouldn't go that far.
No. But literally...
Yeah. I would not be surprised if we see a bunch of... they wouldn't be cameos because they're not... there'd be more Easter eggs of... kind of like we got an Endgame where a whole bunch of people just show up to fight the big battle.
Even if it's
something like that, and they're all a bunch of heroes that we've never seen on screen before.
Even if they don't have lines and it's just a panning shot and all the sweaties are sitting in the theater going, oh, I see so-and-so and it's what's his name?
Yeah.
Mr. I can never say his name. The weird character. Mr.
Mixelplick?
Yeah, that's
a DC character.
No, is it?
Yeah. Superman and Mixelplick.
Right.
Because totally Superman has to trick him to say his name backwards.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But anyways, it won't surprise me at all if it's like, oh shit, R2-D2. And who's that in the background? Oh, it's Pennywise, a dancing clown. So anyways, no, Chris Evans is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So what did you try the best we can? Remember the list of Christmas hits, like musts.
Christmas music.
Yeah. Okay.
Was one of them.
Right.
And this has some of the classic iconic songs. I can't remember specifically what any of them are, but I know that one opens the film and then one plays at the end credits.
Yeah.
So it scratches that itch.
The piano plays one creepily.
Yeah.
Self-plays it.
There's
Nutcracker
one
theme it plays.
The ice cream truck that comes out of the
So but it's not like an amazing soundtrack.
No, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a film with a score, right? Yeah. Like there's orchestral pieces in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to do the job.
So that's
Set
one.
the mood.
Happens on or right next to
Just
Christmas
before.
or Christmas Eve. This scratches that itch 100%. Has a magical element to it.
Huge.
Clearly does.
While we're on that, back to the organization. Oh, what was it again? Mora. The whole time I watched this movie, both times, I'm just sitting there going, this world that they're setting up is amazing and has huge potential for I don't know if I'd do a sequel, but definitely spin-offs.
Oh, no, I don't want a spin-off.
Oh, I would love to see more about, I think that'd be really cool.
I'd see a sequel before a spin-off.
Really?
Yeah. Because a sequel to me would be like, we've got more story to tell. A spin-off to me would feel cash grabby.
I think it's the right story.
About what though? Like, oh shit, the Easter bunnies.
Well, that was the thing I was struggling with. Like, who would you what would you go after?
So I mean,
there's
that's
Easter Bunny. There, if you go holidays, there's Easter Bunny, Leprechaun. There's
Cupid.
You could do some kind of
Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy. There's
you could have
some kind of Halloween.
Dwayne
thing.
Johnson reprise his role as the Tooth Fairy.
It gave me vibes like my mind was kind of spinning. Like you could have some kind of Legends of the Guardians style film. Did you ever see that film?
I haven't. No.
Oh, we gotta have that one too.
So
that's what it was called, right? Legends.
Yeah.
That were all the
animated.
The mystical holiday creatures get together, including Santa Claus.
So while we're on that is one of the things that on paper I would have said, when I found, like, if you had just put on paper, hey, and it's not just Santa, but it's like
everything.
It's everything.
Literally everything.
The
Headless Horseman.
That I would have gone, yeah, I don't know. Because that's something, I mean, there's many things I don't like about the Santa Claus sequels, but that's one of them. When there's like the whole council there and there's Mother Nature and Father Time and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and Cupid and Jack Frost and which, by the way, that's someone missing from this film.
Jack Frost. Yeah.
That seems like a odd omission.
Well, I mean, they had Krampus.
We get Krampus.
This Winter Witch, and I mean, you can only throw so many stones at the wall.
Yeah, but I mean, Jack Frost,
whatever at the wall.
Jack Frost could have been holding court with Krampus, right?
I suppose.
Part of his Jabba's den type of thing, Jabba's palace.
But I would say it was a better idea to keep him out because then you're drawing, you're stealing thunder from other characters,
right?
Having Krampus's court just full of magical creatures is cool and interesting because you're looking around at all these physical prop make it up actor is going, oh, that's a cool dude. So it's a Cyclops. So that guy's got wild horns.
But regardless, I do like it in this. For whatever reason, I like the implementation in this. Me sort of liking the more macabre type stuff. I loved the inclusion of the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
To me, that was a fun nod. But it touches on having the Headless Horseman and stuff and the Krampus stuff. It touches on something that I couldn't pinpoint. And it's something like, I know I've said this about several of the films that you've shown me in the past, and it's less so a thing this time around, but it still sort of showed its face a little bit, is a strange little bit of almost identity crisis in the direction of this film, only in that there are many components of this film. The talking polar bear, and there's many light, colorful, whimsical feeling components to this film that feel like things you would include because it's a movie made for kids.
Okay.
But it's definitely not a movie made for kids.
Well, it's not a movie. It's not a movie made for. Like, I wouldn't show this. I wouldn't show this to my boys.
Yeah, because there's a ton of swearing.
But I would show it to them when they're 8.
Really?
Oh yeah.
With that much swearing and Krampus.
Yeah. When they're 8 or 9. Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't. Yeah, for sure.
All right. That's fine. No, and that's fine. But that's a. That's a parent making a decision. That's not a studio saying this is this. It's not a G-rated film. This is not a.
I was just about to look up what it was rated.
It's PG-13.
Is it?
It must be.
It's rated PG-13.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get close to, like, they insinuate an F-bomb.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, he says one, but they cut it.
They cut it.
They kind of. He gets cut off.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
literally,
it seems like
the feed.
It's weird, right? It feels like this film's directed at, like, teenagers and young adults, but then also has a lot of elements in there that's like, this is fun and flashy for your 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like I said, this isn't like other films in the past where I've been like, this film has no idea what it is. I don't think that's true here. But there was a little bit of like, this feels like a weird mismatch of themes. This feels like a weird mismatch of like I was genuinely surprised when we got our first curse word, the first time they said shit, just because I was like, oh, okay. Because the vibe I've gotten up until this point was much more...
Right.
Just, whatever.
A little more wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the way they just kind of go all out with we live in a magical world sets it up for that.
Sure.
Because they want it to feel and be like anything is... all of a sudden, anything's now possible because there's this secret organization that keeps it all under wraps.
Yeah. Can we talk about how stupid the opening of this film is?
Where he's a kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It just kind of felt like... I don't know. It just felt detached. Because the only real payoff is like, oh, you don't believe, joke's on you because you're going to end up helping the guy.
I think it does something for Jack in that he's always been a cynic. He's always been really smart and clever and full of himself.
Yeah.
I think it does, like, the opening scene with Jack as an adult sets a lot of that up. But I think seeing him as a kid being that way as well, and that this just isn't life. Life dealt him. We don't get to assume how he got there. They're like, no, he's always been a bit of a dick. He's always been cynical. He's always been self-serving.
I would have liked a line at the end of the film, like when he finally gets to meet Santa after they've rescued him. Where it's like, blah, 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 ever since you were a kid, that one Christmas that you tried to spoil the magic for your cousins or whatever, right? Like that kind of like, oh, holy crap.
Like when he first kind of meets Santa out after the battle and they're about to get on the sleigh, I thought it would have been great if Santa threw a line out like, by the way, you still owe me some milk and cookies.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been hilarious.
Yeah. So something like that.
I don't think not having it hurts it, but I think it would have added a little tongue-in-cheek fun to the film.
There's also just a little bit of, and I mean, you kind of have to, just because Jack's sort of thrust into this world, and realistically, I mean, he sees so much so fast that it would be impossible for him to doubt any of what's going on. But the film does feel like just really quickly, he's just like, okay, like, he's got that one line.
You mean like he accepts it?
Yeah, he's got that one line that's like, okay, so like all the things that don't exist, that's what you guys are responsible for. Great. But then like within a minute after that, he's like, it's not that, like, he never has a moment as an adult where he says, well, Santa's not real. He just goes, so let me get this straight. You think I had something, Santa's been kidnapped and you think I have something to do with it, right? It's not like Santa. Okay, then, right? We don't get that. I
think he is a little bit like that still.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because, so he's introduced to this magical world. The first thing he sees is the Headless Horseman's horse, then the Headless Horseman, then his pumpkin head. Yeah. And he's freaking out the whole time he's seeing that.
Yeah.
Then he meets
the polar
bear. He freaks about that. He's told about Santa and he's like, okay, you think I took him? Okay, sure, whatever. He in my mind, he kind of writes it off because every time he meets a new magical thing, he's a little bit spooked.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
yeah.
Oh crap, this is a thing too? Oh crap, this is a thing too?
Yeah. But
like I
guess so.
He's introduced and he understands, okay, magic is now possible, but he doesn't understand the depths of it. So I don't think he fully buys the Santa thing. I think there's like a level, like as a character, I think the character kind of somewhat believes that he did something and he's got to help them fix it. But I don't think because he's such a, not to take from Christmas Chronicles, because he's such a non-believer.
Yeah,
he finds it difficult to believe Santa's one of those things because he hasn't seen it with his own eyes. Until he sees Santa, he doesn't fully buy it yet.
I guess just one or more. Yeah, but then
like he doesn't even buy that he can do it all in one night until he's on the sleigh watching Santa do it all in one night.
All in one night. Yeah, no, you're right. I guess it would have just been fun to have one or two more lines in there that was like when he first sees the polar bear, if it jars him at first, but then he's got, sort of like he tries to rationalize it and he goes, oh yeah, no, this is great. I remember as a kid we went to Disney World that they had an animatronic just like this. That's good.
You kind of pokes at it.
Right. He goes, and very lifelike. No, that's fantastic. Right. Yeah. And then it like hugs him, or then it starts talking and he goes, okay, officially freaked out now. Right. Like something like that.
Right.
But yeah. I do appreciate the two things very early on that stuck out to me that I really liked. One was that, as Santa's leaving the mall, doing his mall duty, and he's headed back to the North Pole, the Air Force is in, the sleigh is docked at the Air Force base. You don't know about
Mora yet.
No.
So you just think it kind of almost feels like Fat Guy, the one with Mel Gibson as Santa? Fat Man?
Yeah.
It almost feels like that.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
Until you find out about Mora, and then you're like, oh no, the whole world is in on this.
Yes. Well, the agencies. Yeah.
Well, the leaders, all the leaders of all the countries know about it.
Yes. Yeah. And that's cool, right?
Yeah.
That Santa and all of this would be a part of the folder that you're handed your first day as president.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas all the Area 51 information and also
Santa's
Santa.
the one that gives you the folder.
Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Name's Nick. Yeah. No, that was fun. The other thing that
You've been a naughty boy,
yeah,
Mr. President.
The other thing that I really liked, however, it's a fleeting moment, and I think they could have delved into more with some flashbacks, and maybe these flashbacks, the appropriate place for these flashbacks would have been with a conscious Santa talking to the witch in whatever. I love that fenced off and preserved as a historical site at the center of the North Pole is Santa's original wooden workshop. Yeah. Where it all began, and you see
that's stapled on the door too, on a wooden plaque.
And you see the low tech
old sleigh. Yeah.
But then we never and I'm like, I want to know more.
Yeah.
Right. And so had the witch been, give her some backstory, which would add more depth to her, make her a better villain, better motivation. Mm-hmm. Get more screen time with J.K. Simmons, and would add some more heart and layer to the film is, J.K. Simmons trying to break through to the witch while he's in captivity, talking about, well, you were all, ever since whatever, blah, but it doesn't have to be this way, and yada, yada. And we get those flashbacks in that wooden workshop with Krampus creating the first naughty list and what it those things I think would have just elevated this through the roof for me.
Yeah. I wonder if it would steal the thunder from the main story though. Would that steal the thunder from Jake's? Because the real story here is Jake and what's his name? The Rock's character.
Cal.
Jake and Cal's story.
Yeah.
We're following them on the journey. It's us and Jake and Cal rescuing Santa.
Yeah, but I mean, we're following them, their story, the A story in this is a series of strung together action beats and comedy.
It's an action buddy cop adventure.
Right. And so having a B story that is the heart of the film, that injects that whatever, and then having those two stories meet up at the end when Jake finally meets Santa, and then you have that heartfelt, you still owe me the cookies, blah, 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 right? Just painting Santa in more of a...
But that's what I'm saying. Jake and Cal story is the heart of this, right? Jake...
But there's no heart to their story.
Well, Jake's got some.
A little.
Jake's got some there with his son, and we don't get enough interaction between the son and him, which makes the payoff not as great.
It's his redemption at the end of the film is not earned. It's not earned.
How so?
because we don't get enough, right? He just kind of like his first good act is sticking around so that Cal doesn't get imprisoned with Krampus. But I'm watching that going, well, that's not really
and then he sacrifices himself for his son.
Yes. Well,
yes.
I mean, it's not really a sacrifice.
It's completely a sacrifice.
How is it a sacrifice?
He's entering a prison not knowing if he'll ever get out.
He doesn't know it's a prison. He has no idea what's happening.
He knows that it's going to send him somewhere dangerous, that he has no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. No. And
he knows it's not good.
That's true.
He's putting himself and his life in peril to try and save his son, who he's up to this point pretty much abandoned.
Yeah, but even that moment feels just like that moment doesn't feel earned, in the sense that, like, when he does it, when he's like, it's my kid, right? And he grabs it and whatever, it's like, my thought was like, oh, that's jarring. All of a sudden we care about our kid.
He's always cared about his kid. He's selfishly cared about him. I'll give you that. But his whole reason for being a bad dad is because he doesn't want his kid to grow up to be a bad person like him.
I disagree with that entirely.
He literally says that.
Yes, I think that's his justification. I think that's his excuse. But then the second his kid's in the car and the kid's showing signs of being like him, he's giving the kid advice on, he's like, oh, I'm in trouble for tampering with whatever. And he goes, no, allegedly. Don't ever admit to that. Right? No, he's giving the kid advice on how to be a better version of him, on how to succeed at breaking the law and skirting authority.
Well, it's all he knows.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a deadbeat, selfish for sure.
I'm not saying he's not any of those things. But I'm also saying it doesn't make him love his son any less.
All I'm saying is that him grabbing the snow globe is the first proof of that we get. It's the first, like, even sign of internal struggle with his relationship with his son. Up until that point, he's just avoidant.
Yeah.
And giving shitty advice and disinterested and whatever. So it feels out of left field when all of a sudden...
The only thing we get outside of those things that kind of shows he's got some heart to him is the conversation he has with Cal, where he talks about how he doesn't want to screw up his son. That's like, he knows that the advice he's giving his son in the car is horrible advice, and he needs to stay away from him so that his son can be a decent human being.
Yeah.
Right. That conversation shows us there is a little bit of heart to this rogue,
I guess.
But I like, I'll concede the point that, like, yeah, there's not a lot there, and there probably could be more.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
What else is? Well, we were working our way down the Christmas
so
list.
We did the and then just a happy ending was the other
Santa. It was Santa.
Santa was like sort of. It was not a necessity, but it was like a nice.
You always have, when it comes to Santa appearing in films.
Yes.
You always have like a. Does it answer the questions, like how he does things, how he travels, how he stays hidden?
Yeah, and I mean,
the big one is always, how do parents not understand Christmas appearing,
right?
Presents appearing that they.
And I mean
there.
that's just an ever present. I've never seen a film that explains that.
That's a hard one.
Right.
Yeah.
No film has ever successfully been like, well, the parents, because
there's got to be one out there that explains why
inevitably the parents throughout the film either believe, no, they either don't believe, they never believe. The parents never believe. But then Santa is real and doing his thing and bringing presents. And so...
Wasn't there a film that a Christmas, it must be a Christmas film, where it talks about how, where they kind of describe it as when you become an adult, you just lose that kind of sense of wonder and you just justify it or something like that?
Isn't that Christmas Chronicles?
Maybe it is Christmas Chronicles. Yeah.
But just like all the
Unless
parents...
they're a true believer, and then they, in that case, they just accept it.
So then, like, the only ascertainable explanation is that every parent who has a child that is visited by Santa on Christmas morning either A, is justifying it to the point that they're like, I must have bought that for. I don't remember buying that.
Through magical means or otherwise justifying it to themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Or magical means, right? That part of it is like, Santa releases his pixie dust in the air and is gaslighting the parents.
Not only gaslights, but removes from their bank account the amount of money owed for the item, so that then they look at their bank statement and they're like, oh yeah, I did buy this.
I did buy this.
That's how Santa can afford all the presents and pay the elves.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a real bugger when you look at films like The Santa Claus, where the kid gets a canoe, right? Like these are not cheap gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What a dick.
Yeah.
And then the other one was just like, it's sort of a happy ending, right? Mm-hmm. Things are in peril. You can never have, you can, but like for a good, classic, iconic, feel-good Christmas movie, it can't be a tragedy, right? It can't be the Christmas tragedy.
It can't end. It can't
be
tragedy.
Like the movie ends and
for a Christmas movie to end in tragedy would not be very Christmassy.
No. And this one does have that. Everything works out.
I will say, while we're kind of back on the topic of Santa a little bit, I agree with Santa. Macaroons are the nastiest. Macarons are great. Macaroons are nasty. They're like the little. I googled it because I was like, isn't that because they're two very similar cookies.
Because when I think of macaroons,
a macaroon is the bottom one, and the top one's a macaron.
Right. So macarons,
it's like a little sandwich.
Which, like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe it was like during COVID, but all of a sudden, everyone on the internet was like taking their crack at.
So for anybody that's unaware, a macaron is like two little cookies that look like puffy Oreo. It's like a puffy Oreo almost. The cookies part of the Oreo is puffy. A macaron is a meringue-based confectionery made with egg whites, sugar, almond meal, food coloring. The treat is characterized by its smooth, domed top, flat base, and cute ruffled circumference. And then you take two of those and you squeeze it between.
And it's hard to get. It's hard to get them just right.
It is. Yeah. And then a macaroon is a soft cookie made with egg white, sugar, shredded dried coconut, and often dipped in chocolate. Not the best looking treat around, but perhaps would look better with a tattoo. What?
So
why would it say that?
When I was a kid,
the image of this, the macaroon, whatever.
Macaroon?
The macaroon has got a little speech bubble that says, "Sometimes I wish I was him," referring to the macaron.
So macaroons, when I was a kid, had a very different definition. I had no idea that I knew about macarons. I had no idea that macaroon thing existed.
What did you think a macaroon was?
No, not just what I thought. Like, this is what mine's legitimate. So growing up,
curious.
My grandfather, and I would visit my grandma and grandpa very frequently.
Sure.
Spend summers, like good chunks of the summer there.
Mm-hmm.
He always had, they had a coffee table that had like the cabinet doors in it, right?
Yep.
So like a center section. And in there, he always had treats, boxes of treats. They were for him, but also his grandson, when his grandson came over. And so Nielsen, the company, used to sell, I don't know if they still do, I should look for them, because my God, this would bring me right back. They had a chocolate product called macaroons.
Oh.
And it's basically just like a little milk chocolate dollop. Almost, it's like the same size as a chocolate kiss. But it would have
it's
like
the same size as a kiss?
Yeah. But it would have some like I don't even know it'd be if it was nuts or if it was little bits of biscuit in it or something. There was like
a lot of chocolate compared to
textural crunch.
The one that I showed.
This is just chocolate.
It's got to have something in it.
It's got like little bits of walnut or something in it.
Huh.
But yeah, no,
Weird.
it's just a chocolate.
That's very different. Like extreme. Those are like opposites.
Yeah. And those, my friend. Yeah, there's a picture of them.
I feel like I've had those before.
I mean, these ones look a little...
Those I think would be good.
Yeah. There's just little chocolate dollops.
The ones that they're referring... Because you can see fake Mrs. Claus baking them in that scene where she's on the screen. And they're the ones that I showed you. And they're just like dried, and the coconut in them's not a great... I don't know. I don't like them. I think Mr. Santa Claus is on the money.
Oh, so
they're nasty.
These were Nielsen macaroons so they don't exist anymore.
Oh.
Were a beloved chocolate treat, essentially a coconut macaroon with a chocolate coating. But I mean, again, they were these small little... So yeah, it was just like coconut with some chocolate on it. But yeah, they were fantastic. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a scale of... Oh, I got to open our...
Yeah, we got to open the thing.
Open the spreadsheet here. Open the... Carl's going to owe Brady another steak dinner...
We'll see. We still got a little ways to go.
So...
Lot can change.
Carl's list here.
We're just over. We're just getting close to halfway, if not just there.
Red 1. So on a scale of 0 to 10, sir, what score would you give Red 1?
We don't have yours. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Spirited. So, yeah, I think this movie is a lot of fun. I think the world it sets up is amazing and deserves, if not a spin-off, a sequel. It like the world's just incredible. Yeah, like the first time I watched it, the whole time I enjoyed it thoroughly. This time watching it, I couldn't stop smiling. I was just having fun. Oh man, I gave Klaus an 8. I gave Spirited 8.5. It's definitely not better than Spirited. I think it's as good or maybe slightly better than Klaus. I'm just going to give it the same as Klaus. It's an 8.
It's an 8.
It's a solid Christmas film. Well worth watching.
An 8.
What say you, sir? About Red 1.
I think it's great. Again, I don't. At the beginning, you're like, "This film's freaking amazing."
It is freaking amazing. It's a lot of fun.
I think it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, it is
above average.
It's a lot of fun. It's a film that I would show someone if I found out they hadn't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It won't make the yearly rotation list for me.
Like we said, I think it was our last episode, we said it's so many. Yeah. It probably won't make my regular rotation, but it will find its way in.
Yes, every couple of years.
Every couple of years.
Yep, no,
for
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you watch since the last time we talked?
I watch so much stuff.
Oh,
I got a big list. I got to bring up my list. What did I watch? Oh, I got to mention last time we talked.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down. My wife and I watched a movie called The Roses.
Okay.
Starring Benedict Cumberbatch and somebody else. It's a really good film. Apparently, it's a remake from one of the Sheens. Was
Martin?
it Sheen? No. Anyway, it was a remake from a movie from like the 80s.
Okay.
It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. Family kind of drama thing.
The Roses.
Yeah. The brief synopsis would be husband and the guy meets girl, get married, have family. As life moves on, their relationship gets under stress and creates chaos and family drama between the two.
It's based on a 1981 novel and a reimagining of the 1989 film with Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, that was it.
And Kathleen Turner and Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. I mean, I haven't seen that
directed
film.
by Danny DeVito too.
What, Danny DeVito directed something? I never thought of him as director.
You're joking right now, right?
Hmm?
You're joking right now, right?
Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
The short guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never assumed he had directed anything.
He directed Matilda.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that
The
too.
man can direct.
Yeah. He's a talented dude. So I had to rectify that. Man.
Rectify?
Rectify. Watched something called Nutcrackers. What was that? What film was that?
You don't remember this?
Oh, it was so long ago. It's like 2 weeks ago. Oh, right. It's a Christmas-ish film with his name's right there. Where is it? Cast. Ben Stiller, Linda Cardellini.
Yeah.
Two big names, and then a bunch of kids. Really heartwarming film. Kind of a little bit Hallmark, kind of a Hallmarky film. Boy comes back to small town, meets a girl, things happen. Yeah, but really cool film. Watched Tucker and Dale Are Evil.
What?
So I've made you watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil, right?
Well, I've watched it many times.
Yeah. Great film. I was flipping through the phone, looking at reels, killing time in the endless scroll like people do these days. And I came across this thing where somebody's like, he's talking about how his mind was blown. He didn't realize this. On this, in the special features of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, there is a mini film called Tucker and Dale Are Evil.
Okay.
It's essentially what they did was they took the movie and they cut it in a way, like it's all the same shot. They didn't reshoot anything for this, right? They took the existing film and they just recut it to make it seem like Tucker and Dale were just
the bad guys.
creepy hillbilly psychos.
And
it's really short. It's only like 15 minutes, but it was really wild just to see like just how recutting a film can completely change perspective a little bit.
Yeah. They always talk about like so much of the storytelling is done in the editing room.
Yeah. There are a few scenes where it's like, oh, you can still tell that these things are still accidents. Like when the kid jumps in the wood chipper.
The wood chipper. You
like,
okay?
He didn't throw him in there. It's obvious. Like they cut out the "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
But he ducks and the kid jumps in.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no way to really cut around that effectively. Right. But it was still really cool just to watch that. I have been watching the new season of King of the Hill, and I finished it.
Interesting.
It was pretty cool. Did you ever watch King of the Hill as a kid?
Sparsely, if it was on.
I watched
Comedy Channel
quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
So it was fun to kind of revisit that and see the Hill family as adults.
Yeah. Now they kind of do it. Yeah, it's like modern time. Well, not
as
right?
adults. Bobby as an adult. Yeah, it's
right.
like a
everyone's
15,
got smartphones
10, 15 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. See Hank Hill kind of set in his ways. Hank Hill navigate a modern world.
Yeah.
I guess I don't remember how the previous last season ended, but for some reason Hank and Peggy were over in as Peggy says it in the show, Saudi Arabia or something like that. Arabia.
Because they're such dumb hicks.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They were over there working for some large propane conglomerate that was treating them like royalty.
Right.
And they had moved back. And anyway, watched Mummy Returns.
Right. Yes. With the wife this time?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
No.
Did she find out that you're watching it without her? Okay.
Yeah.
Because she was not happy.
She wasn't overly impressed, but I'll watch it again with her if she wants.
Right. Okay.
That film doesn't hold up great.
Really?
Well, there are parts of it that do, but in terms of like the CG effects, like Dwayne Johnson at the end as
horrific.
It's so bad. It's so bad as him as like a scorpion mutated thing. Yeah. And then I also watched The Mummy, the Tomb of the Emperor.
Yep.
Never seen it before.
The third one. You'd never seen the third one?
This is my first time watching that. That's pretty cool. It was all right. I mean, it was an interesting way to continue the story and keep a mummy involved.
Yep.
So I thought it worked.
I mean, I'll be curious to see.
I think it was better than The Mummy Returns.
Interesting. Okay.
Like out of the three, I would go Mummy, Emperor, and Returns.
Mummy Returns. Yeah.
In terms of what's best.
Curious to see the new one.
Yeah. And then with my boys, I had an evening, Friday evening with just me and my boys because my wife was in the local stage play. So I watched Mickey's Christmas Carol with them.
What classic. Scrooge McDuck.
So good. But it's a lot shorter than I remember.
It's very short.
It's like 30 minutes.
Yep.
So I was like, man, I got time to kill before bedtime. Let's watch something else. So we also watched Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Yep.
So
also very short.
Never seen that before, but it filled the time perfectly. That was a lot of fun. And then Saturday night, we watched Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original animated.
Okay. The Boris Karloff.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
And then found a...
Also very short.
Yeah. Yeah. And then another evening, the boys were in bed and Ada wanted to watch a film with us. So we watched Spirited.
Yes. And...
Yeah. They loved it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It was great. It was so good. And you know what?
Did I get credit? Were you like, this is one of Brady's favorites?
I told them you made me watch it.
Yeah.
But my wife she loves puzzles. She loves figuring things out. she doesn't always kind of try to piece things together watching a film.
Right.
But she also very quickly pieced together
that's Scrooge.
That's who Scrooge was.
Yeah.
She didn't figure it out. She may have figured it out quicker. I feel like I figured it out quicker than her, but maybe she just verbalized it later.
Yeah.
She said it because I said it before he entered the Hall of Redeemed.
Or just as he was entering. Yeah. It was like,
and she figured it out halfway through his song in there. Before the statue of him appeared.
Right.
But, yeah. So it was. I can't remember how we talked about that, but like if they were trying to hide it,
I think they're trying to hide it. There's a
super
little
well, but
yeah.
But I think the fact that they immediately name who Chains guy is,
Jacob
Marley is early, kind of sets the mind rolling in that direction.
Yeah. Well, then
quickly.
who's this person and who's yeah.
Anyway,
that's fair.
That's
so fun. I'm glad they both like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'll probably make them try and see if they'll want to watch Red One at some point.
Yeah.
Not the boys, but Ada and my wife. Yeah. Anyway, what did you watch, sir?
Not a ton.
You didn't watch some Christmas stuff on the beach?
No. We're still watching Home Improvement.
Nice.
I did watch a movie in Cuba.
Nice.
Just because it was
Cuba
on TV.
Okay.
It was like,
is it a Cuban movie?
No. It was in English. It was a movie I had never seen before.
It wasn't Cuban propaganda?
I don't know if it's on your list. It wasn't like it was like one of the few English channels. And so I was like,
what was it? I can tell you if it is or not away.
Let's see. I'm going to take a look here.
You're gonna take
it was good. It was a movie that I was very aware of. Like it's
right.
A well-known film. I had never seen it. Let's see if I have ruined Christmas for Carl.
Was it a Christmas film?
No. But, it'll break your heart if...
Especially saying it's good. I could have got a good score out of it.
Yeah, you could have got a great... And would have led to a pretty interesting discussion. It's not on your list.
Oh, what was it?
I saw Basic Instinct for the first time.
Basic Instinct. Interesting.
You haven't seen Basic Instinct?
I think I have.
Michael Douglas? The murder
I'm pretty
thriller?
sure I have.
Sharon Stone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The cross leg scene.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of sex in that movie. But yeah, no, I was like, I'm staying up and watching this because it's like I have to know who done it. And they keep kind of flipping the script on you throughout the film. No, it was good. But I did so two pieces of two formats of entertainment that I have been consuming that are not movies, but I'm short on the movies to talk about list, so I'm going to tell you about these. My week away, I did read a book and a half.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What'd you read?
I read Psycho.
Okay. Yeah,
which was fun because recently watched Psycho.
With Christian Bale.
No, that's American Psycho.
Oh.
This is like the 1960s Norman Bates.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen
the Bates Motel and no?
I don't think so.
Interesting. The iconic
Bates Motel? No. Yeah, no.
Okay. Next Halloween.
Okay.
So I read that, and then I am halfway through Jurassic Park.
Oh, you're rewatching Jurassic Park?
No,
reading.
I'm reading Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
And
nice.
It's like 400
That's
pages
cool.
or something. So I didn't get, and I started that one like with 2 days to
nice.
go. So I'm not through it. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. Wildly different than the movie.
You know, I've heard
wildly different.
I've heard some breakdowns about how different they are and how insane the book is.
The book, without spoiling any of the book for anyone, it's far more graphic.
Yeah.
Like if you were to adapt this book and stay true to some of the depictions, like the depiction of the Dilophosaurus killing Wayne Knight's character, Nedry, the programmer guy. If you were to stay true to how it describes that in the book, it'd be an R-rated film. Oh boy, would it be R-rated film.
Wow.
So that's interesting.
The book like portrays what's his name, the guy at the financier, the rich dude.
John Hammond is a dick.
Yeah, it portrays him as a real piece of
just
work.
after. There's we spared no expense. No, he's like, we're in it for the money, and let's do this.
We spared every expense.
Yeah. He takes pride in like how cheaply they can run the park. So that's a big difference. The line that got me, where I was like, okay, these characters are not the characters from the movie, is just the line where it's like, Alan Grant loved children. I'm like, what? Excuse me. No, he hates kids. He's scared of kids. But yeah, so did that. And then, if you will recall, once upon a time, I had Brienne playing the Arkham series.
Right.
And I would just kind of sit and watch because I was like, this is one of the best Batman stories ever told. I said, it's a lot of fun.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Now I have her playing a different series.
Oh, okay.
That I'm just kind of watching her play. Not the best Batman story ever told.
Is it a Batman story?
No.
Oh.
This is why it's not one of the best Batman.
Okay.
One of the best science fiction stories ever told.
This is a video game.
Yep. Maybe the best video game story. Certainly the best video game story I've ever played.
Okay.
She's about an hour and a half, 2 hours in, which amounts to 0.5% of the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so she's like, well, don't hype it up too much because you have a tendency to hype things up and you're telling me it's the best video game story ever told. And I'm like, sweetheart, you cannot overhype this.
My favorite author was the lead writer on that.
Oh yeah.
Game. Yeah. For the first, second, and third, and then
It's
he was supposed to be the lead writer on the fourth one,
Andromeda,
but because of the drama that was happening within BioWare, he stepped away. He's like, I don't want anything to do with this. You're not gonna butcher my baby. I'm walking away.
And we'll have to wait because for 6 years now we've been getting a fifth.
I have.
You have some books.
I have a prequel book for Mass Effect.
Yes, about Captain Anderson.
Yes,
you lent it to
amazing.
me. I read it.
It was a great book.
Yeah, you lent it to me like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and I read it. It was good.
Yeah,
so
really good. Yeah, I also have a couple other of his books. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter all down below. Make sure you check out our Patreon page. Now, Patreon, the thing about Patreon.
You pay to be on the Tron.
Yes. We will upload your consciousness into the grid, and you'll probably be killed in a light cycle race.
Don't lose the disc.
No, the thing about Patreon is, if you're listening to this, I guarantee you didn't have to pay anything to do it. Interestingly,
this one's free.
Yeah,
the next one is going to cost you.
So it's all free for you to consume. It all costs money for us to make. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of an imbalance there. It's not quite the what. And also we've got some big changes coming to the show that we've revealed just today at the time of recording to our Patreon members. Not going to go fully public with everyone else about it just yet, but it was something that we've sunk a lot of money into, and is going to fundamentally change the show in a big and beneficial way. And that was made very, very possible because of Patreon support. So support the show, help us continue to grow, help us pay the bills, and just continue to do the show in general. And we have merch. It's too late at this point to get any merch for Christmas.
No, it's not.
You screwed up.
You can get yourself something for next year.
Next Christmas. Yeah.
Start shopping now.
Yeah. Or, summer's coming.
Yeah.
Summer's coming.
Or maybe Santa will put something under your tree and then take the money out of your bank account and give it to us.
I would love that. If we were like on Santa's hot to trot list this year, that'd be sick.
Make all the Santa bucks.
Yeah, except all of a sudden it'd be like that'd be a really difficult.
This is sorry. We're jumping back into the red one. That wrist thing that turned toys
so cool.
into real, like when he grabbed the Monopoly, they used it quite a bit, but I want to see more of it.
Yeah.
Monopoly money.
There, yeah. But it would be great. It would be great if Santa gave everyone our merch this Christmas and took the money, gave it to us.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be a difficult conversation with the government come tax time. Hard to explain.
Why? It's on everything's above board. It's all on the books.
Yeah, but why?
Money out of their account into our account. They got a product. We got their money.
Why all of a sudden have you done $12 million in merch sales?
People love the movie.
I feel like Spreadshirt, the service we use for merch, would be like, whoa, guys. Whoa.
How are you selling this much product?
Yeah. All on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. We found this new marketing agency called Santa Inc.
Yeah. Yes. You couldn't think of something more clever? That's a little on the nose.
No, I couldn't.